Beats Planet.
Choosing freeconferencecall.com. You're helping people around the world.
Hold on. Wait, boy, this lady done just hopped on and just took. Hold on. Just gonna hop on and take over my little show, man. Hold on. I'm trying to get the little phones going. My blue flame over there flaming. Shouts out to the essential workers and all that. Hold on. Let me mute this mess. Hold on.
All participants are muted and they can unmute themselves.
Trying to take my daggone show over, man. Listen. We up in. Let me hit the buttons here. Let me make sure I'm good over here. Boom, boom, boom. We straight. Maybe a little too much in my ear. All right, we good. Sound good. What's up, y'all? This is the day after the debacle. I don't want to call it a debacle, man. I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. And I have a few thoughts. When I do my post-game shows, there's a lot of fandom involved. That's mostly when we win, though. When we win, there's a lot of fandom involved. But when we lose, I try to step away and look at things objectively. I think I did a pretty good job of that last night. My analysis was pretty much on point just watching it in passing. Because even me watching the film today, I was given, I had the same notes, or roughly the same notes yesterday that I found today or discovered today. What the difference is, I tried to go one extra step, and that's what these morning after shows are about. These morning after shows is basically me kind of digging in that bag. Wait a minute, we good? Testing. We straight. Let me go to my chat box, see what y'all talking about. We good. Chat box, we good. Chat box, my sound's good. Do we sound good? Can y'all hear me? Sound. We should be good. I can hear me, but sometimes I be hitting mute on these buttons. But I have a couple extra, just details that I found here and there, and I would like to share some of those with you. I know it's going to be some people in our chat box trolling and perpetrating, and they're going to be on their little job. But you know what? That's what they're supposed to do. We lost the game. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to come through and terrorize us when we lose, but we can't find them when we win. That's just part of the game. That just kind of is what it is. They're nowhere to be found when we win. We just gotta eat that bullet and move on. But one thing that I kind of walked away with, right? And first of all, this ain't me making any kind of excuse or anything like that. Phone line's lit, by the way. Let me put my number up there so y'all can see. This ain't me making any kind of excuse. This is simply me discussing the goings on last night and what I think of it, or just what I think happened last night. First of all, we lost last night. That's kind of clear, but that was a rough little matchup, man. That's a rough matchup for a week one situation, And I said this on Twitter today as I was fussing with people on Twitter. We're not going to play another team like that, And I don't want to use the, we didn't have preseason excuse because nobody had preseason. You know what I'm saying? Even the Rams didn't have preseason. But the one angle I would like to attack it is, that's probably the worst kind of offense you want to see week one with no preseason. You know what I mean? There were some people saying, well, Voch, the Saints didn't have preseason either, and they look pretty good, right? But the Bucs gave you looks that you were familiar with, or looks that you felt like you can deal with. Even if it was Who else? You know, the Washington football Wizards gave you looks that you feel good about. The Falcons gave you looks that you're familiar with. I think that was just a rough little matchup, dude. A rough little matchup. And on top of that, they blocked us really, really well up front. You know? It was nothing we can do on that angle. I got a whole list of problems here. I got a list of problems, and I got a white marker board about formation. So we're gonna get into a little bit of detail today. But I don't think we're gonna have those problems when we meet the Falcons, and this is why I say that. First of all, as a coaching unit, I think the coaches kind of figured things out at the wrong time, especially on defense. What I mean by that is we kind of rolled everybody out on defense those first, 3 or so drives or whatever. I wanted to show y'all something else too. Hold on. I wanted to show y'all something else too. Wait. Somebody say we seen that look in the playoffs. Yeah, we did, but Mike McCarthy didn't. Alden Smith did not. Everson Griffin did not. Dontari Poe did not. Jason Garrett saw it. Jason Garrett saw that look before, but we did not. You know what I'm saying? That was a rough little day one to pull there. Let me go screen capture and the net. I want to show y'all something, right? I can't show y'all film today because this broadcast view and the broadcast view Illuminati will get me caught up if I try to show some broadcast view. But this is what I wanted to show y'all, right? This is what I wanted to show y'all, and I'm going to break down film later this week. But I just kind of want y'all to see this too. There's a lot of people kind of hating on D-Law or whatever. Like, just look at this, right? Left side. Pass to the right. Cool. Left side. Run up the middle. They score. All right, moving on. D-Law rotated out he rotated out, and I think Everson moved over to this side, or it's like Dorrance or Alden or something like that. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what it was, but they didn't really fool with nothing like that, right? But then they go back to the right side. D-Law makes a play. All right, cool. But then they go back to the right side. D-Law comes out. Dorrance Armstrong is over there. All right, cool. We're gonna go to the right side because D-Law is not over there. Oh, we go to the right again. D-Law is over there. What else? Nothing else on this drive. D-Law rotated out. All right, cool. D-Law back in the game. Left side. Right? Pass the ball. Left side. I noticed they wanted nothing to do with DeMarcus Lawrence, right? Left side. Pass. And I only want to talk about first half because I think we did better in the second half of kind of dealing with a lot of this mess, right? But let me just discuss this. I know it's some people saying, yo, bro, where was D-Law? Where was the pass rush? Where was all this? Fam, you can't have a pass rush, and all this is going to tie together, so just hang tight with me. You can't have a pass rush when they throwing screens and they throwing passes getting rid of the ball in 1.2 seconds. Where you going to get pass rush from that? What is the pass? What? First of all, where's the pass? If there's no real pass, if there's no real drop back, it's simply a catch and throw play. Other times it was a run play. Other time it was 1.2 seconds. Where do you expect D-Law or any of these guys to get pressure at? I was kind of pissed off to see that going around in Cowboy Nation. Where was our DNs or whatever? They couldn't do much. But as the game went on and we started to be a little more patient on those fakes, we started to be a little more patient on the reverses, a little more patient on the short passes. You see, we kind of don't fly upfield anymore. We kind of stop, get our hands up and back passes down. D-Law got one. Alden almost got one. Everson Griffin got one, right? Just batting down passes. We got a little more patient, stayed at home and figured out what was going on. Right? Then we forced them to throw the ball. That's where the pressure came from, right? When it was a traditional drop back pass and Jared Goff had to throw the ball, Jared was getting hit. Jared got sacked one time and Jared was getting hit. But how many times did we see a traditional drop back pass from Jared Goff? What, like 12 times out of 60 some odd offensive plays? We saw maybe 12. And on 12 plays, if you get roughly 5 hits and 1 sack, I think that's okay. It's not great based on how we started on defense, but if you look at the hold on. If you look at Cowboys versus Rams, if you look at the box score, I was slightly incorrect about this last night because I was talking off the top of my head or whatever. But the Rams scored 7 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the second quarter, 7 points in the third. They didn't do anything the entire fourth quarter. The defense did figure this out. At some point, the defense did figure this out. There was another point in the game. I said this also last night. It was in passing. I didn't really elaborate on it, but there was a point to where they decided, yo, like if we blitz this dude, we'll be fine. Like if we blitz this dude, go 1-on-1 across the board, and make Jared Goff like have to make a decision and have to throw the ball, like we'll get better on defense. We look better on defense, right? And that's what makes me think we won't have this problem moving forward. I think the Rams, as I said earlier on the Twitter machine, and I just kind of thought it. I thought it was one of the most brilliant things I've ever come up with. Like Sean McVay revamped the wing T, right? Wing T is when you got a quarterback, 2 wing or H-back type dudes, and a fullback, running back type guy behind you, and you run a bunch of trickery behind you, but it's mostly only run plays. If you're a Georgia Tech fan, they did the shit for years, right? Sean McVay has made the wing T in the air, right? But he's also incorporated play action or whatever. Everything's going to start off with I'm potentially handing the ball off. And he could hand the ball off. But other times it's going to be I'm going to pull it and dump it off. Other times it's going to be play action or just kind of throw it. Other times, you know, Jared Goff kept it one time. Other times he'll hand it off to the motion dude. That's wing T, basically, right? Everybody run the same moves, but we don't know we don't know who's getting the football necessarily, right? And the best way to beat the wing T is disciplined football. You know, if I'm the end, I'm saying, okay, cool. I got first back out. The linebacker behind me got second back out. You got pitch, and that's how you beat wing T. Assignment football. I think teams gonna have to figure out how to do that with Sean McVay's offense, right? But when we slowed that down, when we figured that out a little bit, and Sean McVay and Jared Goff had to go to regular ass looking offense, defense kind of looked we looked better when they went back to regular ass offense. So that's what make me say, yo, when we go against other teams that's regular ass offense, I think we'll be fine going up against regular ass offense. I should pull my comments up because y'all probably saying some goofy shit right now. That's what makes me feel like we'll be better versus regular ass offense, opposed to super ass wing T that we probably wasn't ready for necessarily. You know what I mean? Let's see. Looks like my I knew I shouldn't look at the comments at the chat box. But what I'm saying is, you know, I'm not giving the defense a pass from what happened in the first half last night. They looked pretty. It looked pretty bad last night. But if we can say anything, it was very bend but don't breakish, right? It looked like the defense straight up got their ass whooped. It looked that way. And in a way they did, to be fair. In a way they kind of did, but they only scored 20 points, right? We look at Sean McVay as super genius, super technical offense guy, and he is. But they only scored 20 points. The problem is the offense couldn't score more than 20 points, right? Now, why didn't that happen? Oh, I got a whole list of things, but I think moving forward, the defense will be better. The continuity will be better. I have a formation list. Give me a second. Let me pull up my OBS so I can make sure we see good. I actually took time out with my dry erase marker board. And, all right, cool. Here we go. So, I know there were some people that thought y'all just going to have to not see my face for like 5 seconds. I thought, let me see. Where's my pen at? Here's my pen. There were some people that kind of thought we were in a 3-4 look all night. We wasn't running 3-4 all night. We actually did better running a 3-4. I'll explain to y'all later. But the first look that we came out with was very 4-3 like. And it was a nickel, but you know, nickels are, you know, derived from 4-3s or whatever, right? Because if you count your nickel corner as a linebacker, then it'll look like a 4-3, but Anthony Brown was really your nickel corner, right? And what we had was at first D-Law would go out there, right? And Dorrance would rotate. Tristan was your first 3, Dontari was your first 1, Alden was your first other guy, LB Lord Brunson linebacker, right? So this was the first look that kind of came out there. And I know that the outside guys were in 2-point stances. They were standing up looking like linebackers. But what made this a 4-3 look was that you had a 1 tech and a 3 tech. There were 2 guys in between the tackles that were covered. So that's what gave me gave me the information that it was a 4-3 look opposed to a 3-4. I know we had outside guys standing up. And I think when Dorrance came into the game, Dorrance was actually in a 3-point stance. So maybe it's a comfortability thing. I don't know. But what I noticed, we got really good versus the run when we got into the 3-4 look, right? But this was weird. Tyrone Crawford didn't play any 4-3, right? Tristan played both. And Dontari barely played both. Everybody played both except Tyrone Crawford. But Tyrone Crawford was a full-time 3-4 defensive end. He's right. He's 98. I'm working opposite with my pen and shit. He's 98 or whatever, right? Tyrone Crawford only played 3-4 defensive end. And when he was out there, he was really good. I want to put this in my film somewhere. I know a lot of people hate on Tyrone Crawford, but Tyrone Crawford was okay. He was good. Like he was 2-gapping, punching people, maintaining ground, not getting movement. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Antoine Woods ended up coming in as a nose. I didn't see Antoine Woods play much 1 tech. There was actually a time to where Tristan and like Galmore were the 2 tackles on the inside in their 4-3 look. And I thought that was weird, but Antoine Woods only played nose in a 3-4. Tristan was the other end. And then on this side over here, D-Law would move to the other side. What they would do was they would put, David Irvin, Alden Smith. They would put Alden Smith at outside linebacker for real. This is 3-4. This is real outside linebacker right here. They will put Alden Smith here and sometimes put D-Law on the other side. You see what I mean? I'm going to show y'all this tomorrow when we get the film or whatever. But I thought that was an interesting look. But if you had to stop the run, it would make sense that you stop it with this formation here, right? And I'm about to talk about personnel packages in a little bit. It would make sense to stop it with this formation because you technically got 5 D linemen in the box here. I know some of them are more athletic, you know what I'm saying, than others. And Tristan Hill Tristan Hill was humping on that last joint. But we were better versus the run in this set. Why? Because I think AB came off the field. I think AB was no longer in the box nickel guy, and we were better versus the run. So that made me say, if we're going to run a 4-3 type of look, why don't we just go into base 4-3? You know what I'm saying? Opposed to, nickel. Like if it gets to a certain point, and to be fair, the defense did make adjustments, so I don't want to, shit on them too bad. They did make the adjustments and make the stops. But at some point, if I'm running nickel, like my base formation is nickel, and all they seem to want to do is run the football and not really try you downfield, in my mind, I don't need nickel anymore. I need run support, right? So in my mind, what's stopping us from putting another what's stopping us from taking off a nickel guy and putting on a Sam linebacker? In my mind, that would have made more sense to me. And it does ultimately make sense because when we were in the 3-4 and we had more bodies in the trunk, you know what I'm saying? We looked a little better. We simply looked a little better. So I don't know. Maybe that's something we got to look forward to. Maybe that's something we got to or look into. That's just in terms of personnel packages, who goes out there. I can make the argument that if we're gonna run 4-3, I would rather Tyrone Crawford be your 3 tech because he's the better run guy, right? And then when it's time to rush the passer, then Tristan Hill can come in and be your pass dude. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. It was interesting, man. It was interesting. Trevon Diggs kind of gave up 2 big throws or whatever, but I do think he had a pretty good coverage day altogether. I think he's going to be starting, like, in general. I think even when Jordan Lewis come back, I think Anthony Brown is going to be the one fighting for his right to party. I think Diggs is going to be out there. I think it's going to be Diggs, Cheeto, and whoever the hell is going to end up being your nickel guy. Speaking of Cheeto got an interception, right? But that interception came off the back of pressure. When they finally went to normal passing looks, right? Just a traditional I'm passing the ball passing look. When they finally went to that, we saw we saw more pressure. We saw more hits on Jared, and Jared started doing Jared type shit. And when Jared threw the ball, like we was able to get hands on it. Like we were able to bat pass it down. You know, he was throwing that thing to the quarantine crowd. Wasn't nobody in there, but he was throwing that thing to the cardboard cutouts a few times. He was throwing it to the chain gang because he was under duress. He was under pressure. And I think Cheeto's interception came from us putting pressure on Jared Goff. So I think moving forward, when we play against these these offenses that's not going to hit us with all that movement, I think we'll be better. I even think that if we get a chance to play the Rams again, we'll be better, because I don't think we have the same second half in another game versus the Rams that we had in this game, right? We'll know not to shoot upfield. We'll know to be more patient. We'll know to read. We'll know to put pressure on Jared Goff. It's just strange in the middle of the second half, Mike Nolan was like, yeah, let's just start to put pressure on dude. Let's bring Jalen and see what happens. In the middle of the second half, right? The whole game we was dealing with the run for the most part, but you know, once we finally shut down the run, like now, bring some pressure, bring your guys, and we brought the guys. So I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a situation where we have to learn to run blitz a little more, because there are blitzes for the pass, there are blitzes for the run. So maybe we gotta learn how to run blitz a little bit. Jalen had a weird little game, man. I don't know, when we got like training camp reports or whatever, they was talking about Jalen flying around making some of the best plays they've ever seen a outside linebacker making their life. Boy, Jalen went right back to hero ball, and Jalen went right back to outrunning gaps. He went right back to overrunning plays, and it was Jalen, man. It was Jalen. When I get the film tomorrow, I'm going to look at Joe Thomas, with some detail and kind of see how he did, but that was a problem, man. Greg Zuerlein missed a 53-yarder. We probably could have been a little better for him, probably could have got a little closer for him. His first kick shouldn't have to be a 53-yarder, but you Greg the leg, playboy, you need to make that one. But that's 3 points off the board, Then Mike McCarthy kind of did the whole I'm not going to kick a field goal in the red zone thing. That's like 3 more points, Then I don't like putting it on refs like that, you know what I'm saying? I never want to put blame on the refs like that, but that offensive PI was kind of garbage too. And I think if anything, baseline, that's 3 more points. So that's 9 points altogether, man. Just missed opportunities, man. Offside calls and all that. I'm surprised the Cowboys didn't get a holding call last night. CeeDee Lamb got a weird block in the back call. I ain't gonna say nothing. It was just rough, man. It was just a rough situation, man. Let me take a look at my chat box before Alden might be Defensive Player of the Year. No, he's not. No, he won't. Something else too, though, man. I don't feel comfortable saying somebody's trash or terrible in week 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel good. I don't feel good saying that, oh, this defense is this offense is this team, this coaching staff is that, based on 4 quarters of play. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ready to say that just yet. Marcus Hardison dropped 5 in the PayPal. He says it's a marathon, not a sprint. Salute to you, my G. Continue the great work. Continue the great work you do for the greater good of your audience. Salute to you, my guy. He dropped 5 in the PayPal there. So a lot of interesting things that happen on defense, but the one thing I can say about the defense is that I think every problem that we had, it can be fixed. It can be fixed, man. It can be fixed, but we'll work on that. Another thought I had too, and I had this kind of in the middle of the game. I don't think Earl Thomas would have helped you yesterday. Right? If you need Earl Thomas to do anything, you need him to play center field and make more plays on the football. The problem is yesterday the football wasn't in the air very long. The football wasn't really in the air very, very long. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what. There was some people that was calling for Earl, man. Earl don't help you, man. Earl definitely wouldn't have helped you last night. Could Earl help you versus the Falcons? Absolutely. They got 3 receivers and they want to throw that bitch all over the yard. And Matt Ryan had 50 attempts yesterday. Sure. If you wanna go there with him, fine. But Earl wasn't gonna help you last night. What else? What else? If we can get into offense, I think that's all on defense. Chat box, do I have something else on defense that I got to touch on? Anything else on defense I got to touch on? Van Der Esch got hurt, so I ain't really got much to say about Van Der Esch. I'll watch the film and see what he did prior to him getting hurt. But Van Der Esch should be back in 6 weeks, so he'll probably come back when Randy come back. So we'll get Van Der Esch and Randy at the same time. They went underneath all game. Earl makes no impact. Sure, totally agree. Earl might have jumped one of those crossing routes. Which one? Because you run crossing routes in front of the safety. What crossing routes you seen they run behind the free safety? No, sir. Not gonna be able to do it. Tristan did play solid. Tristan could have been a little better, but Tristan definitely improved though. But yeah. I think that's all I got for defense, man. That's all I got for defense. I can touch on Tristan Hill for a little bit too. I think I can kind of touch on him too. I need Tristan Hill to put some gloves on first of all, because I know how it is to play football with no gloves on. You can't crack one of them nails down the middle, and that shit's not fun. But I was real like that last play to force the fourth down to make the Rams punt on that last drive, right before we got the ball back. Tristan getting that step up field, turning, getting off the hip of that guard, then getting flat down the field, cutting off the cutback lane, making Malcolm Brown keep everything to the outside there. That's a fantastic play by young Tristan Hill there. Fantastic play by young Tristan Hill there. Let's see. Would you want snacks? How would snacks help you though? Like what would snacks? And see, this is another thing too. And this is why I don't like to make bold proclamations 5 minutes after watching the damn game. You know what I mean? Like, we can say what we want to say about Duntari. Did Duntari really get moved the way we thought he got moved, right? Like, when they went up the middle, Duntari wasn't going backwards. When they was running sideways is when Duntari was going sideways. Right? Duntari being your big nose tackle, right? It wasn't really nasty up the middle. It was nasty to the outsides, right? So I don't think Duntari was really your problem. I think if anything, it was kind of a situation where they may have run between the tackles, maybe like between the guard and the tackle. They may have bounced to the outside, or it was a big sweeping play, but the more I just kind of watched it a little bit, and I'll confirm again tomorrow, I don't think Duntari hurt you up the middle necessarily, And, I mean, you can put one of them fat kids at 3-tech or whatever, but I don't want to be, so big in the middle that I can't move. That's another problem. When the Rams get to the outside, you got to be able to get from inside to outside, you see? So that's another problem. You know how it go, Voch. People just want to change when something don't go perfect. Oh, let me tell you something. Mike McCarthy learned immediately. Mike McCarthy learned a valuable lesson that Cowboy fans can go from love you to hate you to love you to hate you again in a matter of seconds, boy. Mike McCarthy learned that immediately, but I think he'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. I think a lot of people got hurt because of their expectations. You know what I mean? And I do think a lot of people play Madden and they do shit that don't really work in real life that kind of works on Madden. And they think that, and they think that that's how the world goes around. And I don't really think that's how the world goes around, Poe didn't get enough penetration. Did we ask Poe to penetrate? That's some of the questions we got to ask, right? Did we ask Poe to penetrate, or did we ask Poe to punch and read? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So we got to see. We got to see. Because you could talk about, you can say penetrate, but what if their job on offense was to, it's not my job to block Poe, but I just need to scoop Poe so that my guard can get upfield and block a linebacker. That could be the problem. You see what I mean? The problem could be not necessarily Poe not getting penetration, but what was the scheme and who were we trying to block the most? In some other games that we play, somebody's going to prioritize blocking Poe, right? But you know that when we play against the Rams, Poe may not be the priority block there. The priority block is the linebacker, which is Jalen. And they was blocking the shit out of Jalen all night. You see what I'm saying? So we got to ask questions like that, man. I try not to get too reactionary. I'm reactionary because, I'm content creator guy and I got to do reactionary stuff. But if we sit back and think for a little bit, the Rams block linebackers. the Rams want to block your linebackers, and Jalen was getting his ass hit. Poe is too fat and slow to read. See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's the problem. That's my problem with Cowboys fans, man. It's like it's so many of us. I wish it was on like 12 Cowboys fans. I wish, cause we'll all have at least something in common. It's so many Cowboys. You know how many people called my show drunk last night? You know how many people called my show drunk last night? Like they just been drinking the whole game, but they had a super nuanced thought and opinion about what happened during the game. You drunk? you drunk as hell. Relax. Goodness, man. That's just that, man. Anyway, in terms of the offense, man, we got so many callers. Let me see. What time the game come on? Cause I ain't got all day to be with y'all. Cause I'm trying to watch the game tonight. Hold on, let me see. And in terms of the offense, man, like there's some people blaming this on Dak. Y'all are completely unreasonable. It is what it is. Twan, what you think? Because Twan, you normally don't like Dak, but you keep it real for the most part. Twan, what you think happened to Dak last night? You think Dak did all right, or you think that Dalton Schultz's 2 drops were a problem, or you think that CeeDee Lamb getting a little more depth, or you think we gave the ball to Zeke a bunch. Zeke looked great, by the way, and Zeke should have gotten the ball. Zeke should have gotten the ball the amount of time that he got. I'm not griping about Zeke at all, but we really can't blame this thing on Zeke, man. 6:15 my time. All right, cool. We got time. We ain't got a lot of time, but we got some time. I just think we just gonna clean some things up and we'll be good to go. I tell you what, the Cowboys had Dontari Poe ran a 4.8. I don't know if he still run a 4.8, but when he was in Memphis, he ran a 4.8. Listen, I think the Cowboys can clean up some of their problems for the most part. I don't think. I'm not ready to say Terrence Steele is terrible. I'm not ready to say that. That's unfair to that young man. I'm comfortable saying he's not great. And I'm kind of comfortable saying he's not good. I'm just not ready to say he was terrible. Something else I hate about Cowboy fans too, is we can't just say, damn, Connor Williams, I need you to block Aaron Donald or you suck. That's incredibly unfair. Like somebody actually caught themselves on my show last night talking about, like, they caught themselves saying some dumb shit. They was like, man, Connor Williams had 2 bad plays versus Aaron Donald. I was like, that's it? I was like, that's all he had versus Aaron Donald? And to be fair, Aaron Donald tossed Connor around a good little bit, but it was only 2 plays. It was only 2 plays. He looked good for an undrafted rookie. That means nothing. That means nothing, my guy. It don't matter what rounds you was drafted in. Once you start playing, you are considered a player. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter when you was drafted. So, Pete, I got 12 callers on the line. I'm actually going to lock the phones right now.
The conference has been locked.
I'm actually going to lock the phones right now. But I got to put y'all on clock game because I got to be out here by 6:15. Because I got this little goofy little Yahoo thing that I got to do. I got to deal with people that's ready to hate my Cowboys on that platform or whatever. And I kind of got to see these games or whatever. So that's kind of like work. So we're going to play a clock game, man. I'm going to give everybody 90 seconds to kind of get in and get their points. But I am going to get to everybody's phone call, just kind of see what y'all got to say before we wrap this thing up, man. You know how it go. Connor gets beat up by everyone. Connor does not get beat up by everyone. You're being a Cowboy fan. We got Short Dog up next. Jake the Great on deck. The Lunatic in the hole. Let's run it for the cardio. Short Dog, what's happening, man? Que pasa contigo,
What's up,
man?
my guy?
What's
going on, dog?
Man, cooler, man. Mucho tranquilo, man. You know what I'm saying, man.
I feel you, bro. I'm gonna give you 90 seconds real quick. I know you're short on time, bro.
Go ahead, man.
You know, the Cowboys, it's a game of inches, bro. And you gotta understand, these guys don't understand. We're coming in off 2 weeks of practice on a new system and telling these guys to go to jail. Everybody knew. You know, just like the Bucks, if they got a chance, it was going to be down the road once they fine-tune it. Same thing with the Cowboys. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some good things. I've seen some bad things, but there's a lot of things we can fix and clean up. I mean, we're still talented. The only thing, Voch, that my whole deal is this with McCarthy, and I'm not willing to say it on either side. I like the guy. so far. But the problem that I don't like is I just thought Brandon Knight, you look at what do you expect from an undrafted free agent. I understand they all become players, but Knight had tape out there.
Sure.
And I remember him playing against better guys and doing a better job than that. So that kind of concerned me where Knight came up. But, I mean, if we're going to have to live with him, we'll live with him. But other than that, Darian Thompson, Voch, at the end of the day, I know Earl, for the money, we need somebody. And we didn't lose because of safeties. And Dak played great, by the way. We should have won. But just wanted to call and say what's up, Voch. I know it's a lot to unpack, bro. Congratulate you on everything you're doing big. I'm riding with you, dog.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, short dog. Hey, I really like what you were saying, man. The biggest point you had was, we know Brandon Knight has in-game experience, and we know Brandon Knight blocked both of those Green Bay Packer pass rushers, in which they were good guys. Zadarius Smith and Ryan Anderson, I believe. Both those guys are better than Ja'Kai Polite for the Rams. So I don't know.
Leonard Floyd, yeah.
Right. And right. So I don't know why we didn't start Brandon Knight. And that'll be a good question for the Cowboys media to ask Mike McCarthy, but they're not gonna do that. So hey, appreciate it, short dog.
All right, bro.
Yeah. Short dog got in and out right on time, man. In and out right on time. We got Jake the Great up next. The Lunatic on deck. Reeves is in the hole. All right. Let's run it for the cardio. We got Jake the Great. What's happening, sir?
What's happening, dog? Not much. Just here in Oxnard, chilling, man. Real quick, because I know you got to go.
Yes, sir.
Cowboy Nation, we just got to relax, man, because if you think about it, I enjoyed your halftime show, by the way. Great game plan by Sean McVay, man. It's hard to pass rush and people are getting rid of the ball in 2.3 seconds.
Right.
And I'm glad that you answered the question for me, because I was wondering where D-Law was at, but then I thought about it. They really didn't run to his side at all. It's like they really stayed away from him. And I was thinking, do you think D-Law would play better if he was like the defensive end on the 3-4 and we had somebody else coming in on the outside? Because I feel like he plays better when his hands are in the ground. Like, he gets to engage better. I feel like he was a little bit out of position, standing up a little bit. What do you think about that?
I would say give me 3 more games to figure that out. I think it's really, really soon right now. We only seen 4 quarters, and look, man. To be fair, that's a hell of a offense to try to make a decision on. You know what I mean? We just can't line up and say, okay, based on what we did versus the Rams offense, this is what it is. You know what I mean? So I would like to see him standing up versus the Falcons and the Browns and all those teams or whatever, and that'll give me a good idea about how he really is standing up. But I feel what you're saying though.
All right, last thing before I let you go, right tackle moving forward, man. We need help, man. What are we gonna do?
To be fair, I don't think there was enough help for Terrence Steele. There was a couple times on the last drive where the Rams was really going at Terrence. I was like, we don't have to throw the ball to Dalton Schultz. Like, let's just leave Dalton Schultz in as a blocker and go empty, so we can have 4 receivers and Dalton at right tackle or whatever to help block or whatever, but they didn't do that. They only did it one time. They only they only chipped him one time. So I hate it. I didn't like it, but it just kind of is what it is, though. Jake the Great, that's your time, though, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it all day, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Salute. Yeah, man. They just didn't give him too much help. It was a lot of times to where Zeke was going out for passes, and we just kept trying to throw it to Dalton Schultz. I was like, man, one of y'all need to help block this dude. Somebody, and you don't want to get an extra blocker in to block Leonard Floyd and Ja'Kai Polite, but you can't let those dudes wreck your game like that. The Lunatic is up next. Reeves on deck, and we got Pepsi. I say Pepsi. Taylor, Pepsi drinking Taylor in the hole. All right, let's run it for the cardio. The Lunatic, mi hermano, what's happening, man?
Voch, I'll keep it short. We had issues at backup right tackle where Eldon Smith and Tank were blowing up practices.
Yes, sir.
I want to know the thought process about Terrence Steele, and what about all this money we threw at Cam Irving?
Well, apparently Cam Irving was just so trash that Terrence Steele was better. And to be fair, I didn't like Terrence Steele very much, and I also didn't like Cam Irving very much. But apparently Terrence Steele was the better of the two. And to be fair, though, let me say this, though. And let me pause your time and say this, though. I went back and watched the film. Terrence Steele was not terrible run blocking. Run blocking, he was not terrible. He was just whack as hell pass blocking. Let me say that. But go ahead, though, Lunatic.
Well, that's interesting because if you look at it, the Cowboys threw the ball on first and second downs 35 times compared to 21 runs on first and second down. So if he was better run blocking, go to his strength.
Sure.
And we didn't help Dak at all. In the second half, 10 of 21 with 79 yards and the 2 sacks. I mean, we had the momentum going to the third quarter. We thought, we're going to get the ball. Here we go. We're going to score. 7 plays and a punt. What do the Rams do? 11 plays and a touchdown after we punted.
Sure.
That stopped our momentum. It's rough. No preseason. The coaches need preseason also to get into the rhythm. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there, Voch. Appreciate it. Have a great show, man. Go Cowboys.
Hey, man, salute. Appreciate you. You have a good one, man. Enjoy that football tonight. Let me start your claim. Hey, man, we doing good on time, y'all. We doing really, really good on time. I can't look. Marcus Callaway say the play calling got a lot of players hurt. All right, so next up on the phone, we got Reeves up next, Taylor on deck, and we got JR in the hole, man. Blake got hurt from a non-contact injury, man. Come on now. Reeves, what's up, man?
How you doing, Voch? How you doing today, man?
I'm chilling, my guy. What's happening? What you got for the show?
I feel you. You already know what I got to start out with. You know, mental health is top-tier wealth.
Facts.
That is 1-800-273-8255. That is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. It is Suicide Prevention Month, Awareness Month.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to bring some light to that. Anything y'all struggling with, you are not alone. I mean, just look at, some of the things that some of our players have had to deal with this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on to some more positive things, because, I mean, obviously we lost. We don't like that, but we have to look at some of the, some notes that I took that I felt a good sign.
Right.
Diggs and Hill look okay. Diggs looked pretty good to me personally, but Hill and Diggs combined made that fourth down play. That's two young players that made that fourth down play.
Sure.
That gave us a chance to even go ahead and get the ball back. There were some plays where Poe and Hill, to me anyways, kind of pushed off the ball, but it wasn't a terrible showing. But we need more. I was kind of questioning where Crawford was in the mix, but I could tell it's a preseason game with your starters, so everybody on both sides of the ball, everybody was getting rotated in. I noticed. So, and Zeke looked good though. All that talk about Zeke not breaking tackles, Zeke don't got no birds, Zeke not the same. He looked fat. He looked real skinny yesterday. That's all I got to say on that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we got to understand it's a long season. Look, the Washington football whatevers are at the top of the division right now. I bet you the Giants about to take an L tonight. But yeah, just got to understand that the fire inside needs to burn brighter than the fire around us. So passion and hustle will make us, be able to continue on during this long season, and the adjustments will need to be made. Look at what we did considering it's week 1, but no preseason, and on top of that, with all these injuries.
Right.
So
right.
That's all I really got to say.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, listen, Reeves, give that number out one more time, please, sir. You're doing God's work over there, sir. Give that number out one more time.
That number one more time is 1-800-273-8255. That is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. So y'all have a good one, man. Y'all are not alone.
Appreciate you, man. Salute. Great call, Reeves. That's fantastic right there. That is good stuff right there, man. If y'all need anything, if y'all need anybody to talk to, y'all call that phone number, man. And if you missed it, hit the rewind button and play it again. Shouts out to Brother Reeves. We got, who I say was up next? Damn. Okay, we got Taylor up next, JR on deck, and Nashville Brandon. Damn, so we got 5 Brandons. Damn. We got Frankly Football Brandon, Twitter Brandon, Vegas Brandon, Memphis and Nashville Brandon. That is crazy. All right, cool. Taylor up next, JR on deck, Nashville Brandon is in the hole. That is crazy. Taylor, what's up, man?
Oh, not much. I don't know if it's possible to get drunk on Pepsi, but I almost did last night.
Oh, goodness, man. That's bad, man. That is bad. What you got, dog?
I just figure everybody, we haven't had sports, and I've completely missed knee-jerk reaction Monday. It's early, no training camp, or shortened training camp, no preseason. My only thing that had me worried was the offense looked conservative, but I'm just going to chalk that up to maybe trying to work everybody in. I don't know. I felt the play calling could have been a little better, but until I get to see some film, I also feel like maybe the Rams are trying to take away the deep intermediate stuff, and they just did a good job rallying to all the underneath throws.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah. That's another.
Defense,
you know what?
they started slow.
Let me just pause your time. That's another gripe I had too with a lot of people. They're saying, why didn't Dak throw the ball deep more? Because they didn't give us deep. They didn't give us deep ball. And the only ways to beat cover 2 via deep ball, you have to have time in the pocket, and we simply didn't have that. So go ahead, Taylor. Great point.
That was it. Defense started slow, but one thing that we've always griped for, and Cowboys fans kind of glossed over we always wanted adjustments at halftime.
Sure.
The defense seems to have made some.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm just calling in to let you know I'm still alive. I know I ain't called in a while. I've been dealing with all this COVID stuff, and I have missed knee-jerk reaction Monday, and I'm tired of arguing with Cowboys fans more than I argue with anybody else.
Hey, man, you good, my guy. Keep fighting the good fight. Don't worry about it, man. Those I Am Legend monsters will go away one day. Appreciate it, Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. People's in the chat box like, Pepsi? Who is Pepsi? Taylor drink. Everybody else drink water, but Taylor drink Pepsi. So I call him Taylor. I call him Taylor. All right. Who I say? JR and Nashville Brandon. We got 2 callers from Dallas. Who is this? That's V and Andrew. All right, cool. So we got JR up next, Nashville Brandon on deck, V from Dallas in the hole. Let's run it for the cardio. Everybody got 90 seconds. We doing clock game, you heard? JR, what's up?
Hey, Bob, what's going on, man? I'm just calling in, man. It's been a while. I just want to let you know I still watch your shows on YouTube.
Appreciate you.
But I just had a couple of questions. What was actually the game plan for the offense? I can understand it's hard to game plan around Aaron Donald because he's so good, but I just didn't really get the game plan, what the concept was, because I felt like they should have did more 3-step drops or, got the ball out of Dak's hands since the offensive line is banged up.
Well, we did. Dak didn't hold the ball too long. Even if you look at most of Cooper's catches, they were, shorter routes because that's what they was giving us. They gave us a lot of too high, and we just couldn't do much deep with too high. So we hit them, down under with a lot of crosses and movement stuff and comebacks and, like hitches and curls and things like that, slants. So that's basically what it was. I think the game plan was to run the football and take what the defense give us, and that's kind of what we did. And it worked for a little bit. It's just that we didn't, we didn't execute on the, right around the front end of it or whatever. But like we had a handful of drives that looked like really good on offense, and with the end of
I always hear you talk about
I
always hear you talk about X's and O's and
right.
It just didn't. The offense just didn't seem. They didn't seem in sync last night. It was. I'm not gonna put it all on Dak, but I just didn't think the offense as a whole was in sync with what was going on. It didn't look. I know Dak got some issues. With he lost his brother, so there could be a factor that's going on right now. He's trying to play through. So I totally understand that.
I think Dak was fine though, in terms of just like getting in the game and playing the game. I think Dak was good to go. We just had some key parts that we couldn't, like we just made some mistakes that we couldn't make. Like we just had some sacks that we couldn't have. We had some drops that we couldn't have, some miscues, some like some play call situations or whatever. I'm like, I definitely would have took them points, man. I would have took, and we saying this, but if we'd have won the game 23-20, we wouldn't be saying none of this. None of this. We just happen to lose it.
My last thing.
Yeah.
My last thing is, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you good.
Is Lael out for the first 3 weeks, or how long is Lael gonna be out?
Lael is out for at least 3 weeks. So.
Okay.
That's just.
So
that.
we should be good. You got. That's why they are called back, because they're not that good, but they're serviceable. So,
I hope, man, because look, let me tell you something. If Leonard Floyd was out there beating the hell out of Terrence Steele, I don't want to know what Myles Garrett gonna do it to him. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, JR, right. I got callers though, man. Appreciate you, Doc.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, thank you.
Appreciate you, my guy. I do not want to know what Myles Garrett would do to Terrence Steele. My goodness, you might as well connect connect they belts together. You might as well put Terrence Steele belt and connect the damn Dalton Schultz belt. And they're gonna have to be hip to hip for the whole game. We just gonna have to go out there with just limited receivers. With just limited receivers, because there's no way. If Leal can't play week what's that, 3, 4? Week 4 versus the Browns? Oh goodness. Don't even play Dak. Just play Andy in that game. Play Andy. We'll just live to fight another day. My goodness. Yeah, Tyson Wilder, man. Tyson Wilder. We got Nashville Brandon up next. V from Dallas on deck. Then Andrew from Dallas in the hole. Let's run it for the cardio. We got Nashville Brandon. What's up, sir?
What's going on, Voch? How you doing?
Everything's everything, bro. We blessed. Doski Woski, you know. What you got for the show?
Oh, man, absolutely blessed. I'm proud of everything that you got going on. I'm checking out everything, and I'm sending all your links to all my buddies just to get them on your wave and on your culture, because you got some good stuff, man.
Appreciate you, man. Salute.
If I told you that a team started a rookie right tackle and a rookie cornerback and lost the middle linebacker starting on the defense, so that's the quarterback of the defense, and lost your tight end and lost by 3, you wouldn't believe me. So we Cowboys fans got to be relaxed right now.
Sure.
They got to understand that like you said earlier, everything that we seen can be fixed. So the best thing that we can do now as a team is, just like what we're going to do, watch the film. Sometimes adversity can be the best thing for you. So now that the coaches can see the team's system against another opposition, they will be able to make those corrections. So Cowboys fans, relax. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I agree, man. Appreciate it, Doc. Totally agree. 100%, man. Like you know, we can't take. Excuse me. We can't simply take 4 quarters of football and just say this is what it is. This is the product. We terrible. We suck. There's no way you can do that. And you know your fandom probably revolves around that or something. That's probably, you know what I'm saying. But relax. Skeptical fan made an interesting, great point in the chat box there. You know that drive when Dak was beating the shit out the defense and they just called a timeout in the middle of it, like right when he was getting hot? It's kind of crazy. Why we do that? Why we ain't just let Dak continue to bust ass? Like, why we had to stop his flow? Why we had to call timeout right there? I didn't think that timeout was necessary. It was kind of weird. Now, you know, is Mike a little rusty in terms of, you know, game flow type things? Possibly. Could be. Maybe. But you can't do that, man. You can't do that. Why you time me out? Voch don't time nobody out. I got admins in my chat box, and they very aggressive. So if we saying anything peculiar in the chat box, y'all might want to chill. We got, it said a game on now. Don't we got 15 minutes? Don't we have 15 minutes for the game? Come on. Don't we got 15 minutes? I got 4 callers. Let me see. I thought we had some time. We should have some time, right? All right. Yeah, we got a little time. All right, cool. We got V from Dallas, then Andrew from Dallas, then Miller. Pardon me. V from Dallas up next. Andrew from Dallas on deck. Then Miller is in the hole. Let's run it. V, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
It's been a while. What's up?
Yeah. So remember the last time we had a conversation about Dak?
I don't remember because it's been a while. That's what you get for not calling my show. But I will lie to you.
I told you can make stats kind of like go in favor of your argument.
Hell no, I don't remember you saying that because you ain't called my show in a while. But yes, I remember talking about it. Yes, sure. Go ahead.
I'll circle back to that. A couple points. Like Mike McCarthy going for it on 4th down, yes. Not mad at it. 3rd and 6, not mad at him giving the ball to Ezekiel Elliott when he getting 5 yards to carry. Not mad at it.
Right.
I'm cool with that. Defense, not mad at the defense. They held Sean McVay, a genius, to 20 points when we supposed to have Team 40 burgers.
Sure.
Right? I'm not mad at that. What I am a little perturbed about is people who hate Cowboy fans for trying to hold their team accountable. Like, I think the difference between the Cowboys and say the Patriots, you the Cowboys, America's team, you got the glory and the glam, but we're not holding our team accountable to living up to them expectations. So yeah, when Dak want to get paid $40 million a year, I need him to lead. I need him to lead 88 on the crossing route, CeeDee Lamb. I don't need CeeDee Lamb to have to stop and catch the ball behind him to allow the safety to make the play on 3rd and 3 or 4th and 3. My bad.
But this the problem with that though, my guy.
Me.
But my guy, this the problem with that though, because I can show you 7 Pat Mahomes throws from last Thursday that was terrible. We can't do Dak like that. We simply cannot do Dak like that. It don't matter what Deshaun Watson just got paid, and that mother was throwing the ball to the line judge. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing that thing all over the place. So we can't do that. But go ahead.
Fair enough. And if you go back and listen to videos, I'm not saying Dak is bad. Remember, even in that, if you go back and listen to that old video, I said Dak is good. To me, he just isn't great. And the difference between Dak and the people that you naming is the people that you naming usually are recognized as the best player on their offense. Last night, Zeke looked like the best player on the offense.
What's wrong with that though?
There's not anything wrong with it. I only take exception when Dak wants to be paid like he's the best player on the offense.
But he's not. But that's the quarterback market though. It ain't nothing we can do about that. It just is what it is.
Hey, I completely understand that. Like I said last time, I get the market, and you know what? I'll let you go, man. I should have caught the last night show, but man, I didn't want to call in. I was angry.
Let me ask you a question. How many elite quarterbacks are in the league right now?
So we talked about it. We talked about it last time. I said maybe 3 or 4. Depending on how you feel about Brady.
I think 4 is a lot, and definitely don't say Brady name to me. Definitely don't say Brady name to me. So
absolutely.
So who are these 3 other like top tier elite quarterbacks? You got Pat, Russell, and who?
Well, I got Pat, I got Russell, and then to me I got Aaron Rodgers, man. If Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy, I think that's been his downfall because Aaron Rodgers does way more with way less. Like, we got 3 receivers that are good. He has 1. And then they drafted a quarterback in the draft.
So let me also
Aaron Jones or Ezekiel Elliott.
So let me also ask you this, fam. Do you think that you need an elite quarterback to win a Super Bowl?
Not at all.
All right, cool. Hey, yo, V, appreciate it, man. Great call, man. Salute, my guy.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I was about to scream on you, but we good. We're on the same page. All right, cool. Don't worry about it. We good. We good. Appreciate you. He went a little longer than this time, but I had to get my answers. Am I a little fuzzy? Is my camera a little fuzzy? Yeah, it was a little weak. We'll get right. It don't matter. Andrew from Dallas on up next. Miller on deck. Cardinal fan is in. Cardinal fan. Okay, cool. Cardinal fan in the hole. All right, cool. Let's see. Andrew, what's up? I almost said who this.
What's up, Voch?
My bad. What's up, Andrew?
What's up, man?
Cool.
Man, I need my Cowboys family to relax. Take that deep breath.
What they do?
And relax.
What they do?
They were freaking out, man. I get it. It was an L, and I'm not one to believe in pretty L's, but if you're going to take an L like that, I can take that. I'm not going to lie. You got to give Sean McVay some props, man. He knew exactly what to do to us on offense.
Sure.
Man. What do you do when you see Dallas compiling this amazing defensive line?
Sure.
You run screens. You dominate time of possession. You get them tired. Because I know the whole no preseason thing isn't a real, argument. But you can't deny the lack of conditioning, man. There's nothing like an actual game to test how much your conditioning is gone. And man, I saw, even Jalen was sweating and panting, man. He knew exactly what to do to us. And on offense, if I hear one more person talking about why we're running on 1st and 10, because look, man, Zeke is eating out there.
Yeah.
Tony is eating out there, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this, that's Jason Garrett play calling, man. If you can't be open to just running when you're running all over the team,
sure.
You hate it when we're running on 1st and 10, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Right.
But, damn, man. Honestly, that was a heat check for us. Or not a heat check, I'm sorry, a cup check. Because, honestly, if I was a defense, you go Vander Esch down. All right. Now, next man up. You got to step up. They're running all over us. They're passing on us. They're hitting us in the flats. Let's go. And like you said, we got it together in the second half, man. That's all I can really ask for. It wasn't perfect. We didn't make the perfect adjustments at the perfect time. But, hey, man, Mike Nolan's been out of it for a little bit. And like you said, Mike McCarthy might be a little rusty, and that's something we got to live with. You can't just be ready to throw him out the door. And what are you going to do? You do that to every coach, you're not going to have a good coach. You can do that to Brown.
Appreciate it. Hey, yo, that's your time, man. But listen, great call, though, Drew. You ain't said nothing wrong, player. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Voch.
Appreciate you. Hey, man, did y'all listen to the show last night? We had the old drunk fella. What was it, Trey? I believe Trey called in, and he talked through the alarm. Like he talked through the clock. Like he cared nothing about my goofy little clock. Then we started talking about fruits and vegetables and tomatoes and OnlyFans. He cared nothing. He cared nothing. We still playing clock game, y'all. We got 2 more callers, and they both got 90 seconds. We gonna get in and get out and go watch football. You heard? Go see what Jason Garrett doing with the Giants over there. Miller, what's happening?
What's up, Voch? Thanks for having me on, man.
Appreciate it. Cool, my guy. What you got for the show?
I've been the only person that's been saying this about this Cowboys game, and it's my biggest thing. Man, that D-line, Tyrone Crawford, and Dante Poe seem to just get washed out, man. That running game of the Rams was beating us down again.
Sure.
Man, it was hurting me. I seen Jalen Smith miss some tackles, and it just reminded me of that playoff game.
Yeah.
And it just hurt, that D-line. I was really hoping that Poe would come through. I get Crawford, he hasn't been around for a little bit, so he needs a couple weeks. But, hopefully he can pull it together and become that anchor that we need.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
I'm a lot less worried about that offense than I am that defense, to be honest with you.
I don't hate that. Sure. I don't mind that idea. I'm not panicking about either side, actually. I mean, I don't like the right tackle situation, but I'm not panicking about either side of the football. I think we have a better game next week. So, but yeah, I'm with you on that.
I completely agree with you. It's only up from here, and like I said, Crawford hopefully will get better with time. Just a little rust, but Alden Smith was flashing, and I loved it. I love seeing that. But yeah, that's all I got for you, Voch. I'll let you get on to this game.
I appreciate you, man. Great call, Brother Miller. Oh, man, say that 5 times fast. Great call, Brother Miller. Oh, chat box, say that 5 times fast. Voch, can you do a film session on Jalen? I'll probably watch a few plays on him, see what happened with him. I don't think there needs to be a whole film session on him. Well, stop. One last call. Cardinal fan. Let's see. Cardinals won yesterday. Cardinals beat the 49ers yesterday. Cardinal fan, what's up, man?
Hey, Doski Woski. Good to hear your voice, Voch.
Coolin', my
guy. Your voice.
Coolin'. Appreciate you, my guy.
Hey. Clock game, 90 seconds, not a second late.
Right.
Voch is the man that you love to hate. Coming out of Cowboy State. Cops don't like his profile because Voch got a lot of style. So the man is on his trail. They want to take Voch to jail. But if they do, I'll make the bail because I know a lot of rich females. Anyways, Voch,
I don't know any rich women. I don't know any.
I do. Don't worry about it, bro. We're good.
I know a lot of middle class women and broke ones, but go ahead.
Voch, couple things. Number one, when I saw that the Cowboys had them navy blue jerseys on,
I said the same
shit. I knew it was
shit.
over with. You guys gotta be
Cardinal fan. Let me say this. Like 0-30. Cardinal fan. Let me say this, man. I said this, and I kind of said it joking in passing, and I was like, "Why the hell we wearing these blue jerseys, man? We gonna lose this shit wearing these blue." Yep. I said that shit, man. That's fair. That's fair, Cardinal fan. Go ahead.
So the other thing I was gonna say is. Well, first of all, I saw McVay gave the game ball to the refs. That was kind of fucked up. Pardon my French, sorry. The other thing was, so Dallas, you guys got a lot of needs right now. You got to make some roster moves, obviously tight end. But what other positions are you thinking they need help with? Zeke and Lamb look really good to keep it positive. Positional needs, I'm thinking you need a new quarterback. I heard Tannehill was open. Available.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get you up out of here, Cardinal fan. I appreciate you, man.
At the last thing, what's the play calling? I agree. It looked like Zam.
That's your time. We will have no Dak slander here. Not going to be able to do it. But, hey, listen, I'm about to go watch the football game, man, and sing, lift every voice and sing and all that. You know what I'm saying? And I will reconvene tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I think we're going to get some film tomorrow. So if I get the film around noon, then maybe I'll have a film session tomorrow night. We'll cross that road. And, hey, y'all hold down for the Doski Wilson Peasky Weesky, man. I might be fussing with people on Twitter. All right? Salute.